I get this question often. How do I start an Airbnb business without owning a house? In this episode, we're going to go through, is it legal, understanding your upfront costs, and once it is up and running, and how to automate and scale your business. And stick till the end because I have a free gift for you that you won't want to miss in getting this process going. Doing a vacation rental without owning a house really means that you have to find a property that you could rent from somebody and then allow you to do a vacation rental with it. A lot of people will ask, why would they want to do this? Well, I think a lot of people would want to do it. And let me explain why. If you're just renting a property to someone, they're living in it, their damage happens from time to time, walls get scuffed, you name it. But if you have a vacation rental, think about it, or I'm going to rent to somebody that does vacation rentals, maybe I'm getting a premium, but more importantly, my property is actually being taken care of better than it would be if I had a person just renting it for the year. I'll explain. You are graded on a vacation rental or Airbnb, whatever, by the cleanliness of the property amongst a lot of other things. I just want to talk about it as the cleanliness and is everything working on the property. If it's not, you're going to get dinged. It's going to cost you financially. So you as an investor looking to do it, or maybe you're a homeowner looking to rent to somebody that's going to do this, your property is basically always on point. It's always show ready, right? You have cleaners going in there constantly, cleaning it, keeping it uptight, keeping it really ready for show, because the next tenant that comes in is expecting it to be on point. This is something like a lot of people just don't think about. But if I'm renting to someone and that property's always in tip-top shape, so when I get it back, I can just list it for sale if that's what I want to do, or I could take it over and do a vacation rental myself. Also, the property is typically insured more than most other properties are, and usually I could get a little bit of a premium or more in rent than I would a typical renter. So question comes up, is it legal? It really just depends on the city, town. Are you in an HOA? Do they allow for short-term rentals? If they do, could they be for as little as 2 or 3 days? Or is there a minimum of a month? You have to check in each area, and before either buying or renting a property, make sure that the HOAs allow or city allows for it. One thing a lot of people underestimate is the upfront cost. You'll want to make sure that you go through and itemize all the things that you're going to need to get started with your own vacation rental, Airbnb. You as the renter renting the property, you're going to need to apply for the lease, so you have your lease application fees. You have your deposits, which is your first, last, and a security deposit. This is pretty typical on all rentals anyways. Insurance policies, you want to make sure that you have adequate coverage. Legal fees, such as your contract or lease with your landlord, you'll want to make sure is on point for what you want to do and what the purpose and use is for the property. Maintenance and any updates that you're going to end up doing to the property, you will have maintenance that you do along the way. Make sure that you're budgeting for it. This is one that I think people underestimate. You have to furnish all the rooms, including all utensils, coffee maker, bottle opener, you name it, you have to account for all of these things. Don't cut short, because when you do, that's going to be the one item that the renter is going to be looking for. So don't cut things short. Get the items that you need. Make sure that you have your internet and everything dialed in. You don't want your tenants getting there and not having Wi-Fi. And make sure that the password's simple, easy for them to remember or to type in. Make sure that your entertainment subscriptions are on automatic renewal. What you don't want to do is get a call in the middle of the night or some awkward time, maybe you're on vacation, where you have to go in, log in, and renew something. You want to have your cleaning services hired and ready to go. As soon as someone leaves the property, you want to make sure that they're there cleaning it, getting it ready for the next tenant. You want to make sure that all your utilities, everything's on automatic payment. You do not want any of these things going out while you have a tenant in there. Before we get to automating and scaling your business, subscribe to our channel below, where we're going to bring you fantastic information every day. Setting up the proper business entity structure, you're going to want to talk to your attorney about that as well, making sure whatever type of corporation you're setting up is correct. You want to also build a team around. If you're doing this for scale, you're going to want to make sure that you have the right team in place managing these properties correctly. You're going to want to make sure that you do market research. What are comparable properties in that area leasing for on a nightly rate? And what is their occupancy rate? You could see on their schedule how many days out of the month they're booked. You're going to want to do market research to the best of your ability. Figure out what the comparable properties are renting for per night and what their occupancy rate is. When it comes to listing the property, make sure you don't skip on getting professional photos. Get nice furniture, get great photos. That way you'll attract more potential tenants. Also, you want to have a good description of the property. What are the amenities? What's nearby? What's the attraction to the area? What restaurants are close by? The more things that you could identify and the better that you could paint the picture for that potential tenant, the more likelihood they are to book. You want to be able to automate and scale your business. In doing so, there is software out there that will help you. There's property management software to help you if you have your property listed on multiple sites, cleaning coordination software, payment processing, which is usually done through, if you use a site like Airbnb or HomeAway or VRBO, it's usually done by them. But if you have other sites going, you'll want to have a separate payment gateway. A digital guidebook. This is so you could send the tenants before they get there of codes, passwords, things that may be unique about that property, how to get there or how to operate things. You'll want to have that accessible to them. You want to also automate the check-in process and check-out process. The primary three sites are Airbnb, VRBO, and HomeAway for your listings on vacation rentals. In the description below, we have a free checklist for your vacation rentals. You will not want to miss it. It's yours for free. Click on the link below. Get it.